So this morning I walk out to check on the chickens, and what do I find? A couple of hens running around with an eggshell in their mouth. Not real sure where that came from, but we're about to find out. Holy smokes, kid. You ate it already. What happened to it? Now? Chief has gotten real, I don't know what you want to call it, but he's getting spunky here recently. Well, let's go see if we can find a portion of an egg somewhere. Oh, well, looky there. Somebody just dropped an egg out in the middle of the yard. Oh, that's a turkey egg. That would be Lucy. It is one muddy mess out here today. We've had rain off and on for a week. And apparently it's still in the forecast for off and on the rest of the week. Well, looky there. We got yolk. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. And it looks like maybe somebody tried to roll it. I don't know. We've got some broody hens we're having an issue with. See how fluffy she is? She's broody. And she's broody. She's not acting it, but she has been. Which in and of itself isn't a bad thing. We just don't need a broody hen right now. And she's broody. Behind the door, no less. I'll have to work on that. She's sitting on some. She's not real bad. However, that's Shirley, by the way. Goldie, she's a little meaner. She'll bite. She's got nothing under her. That's V. They have to get under the nesting boxes and make it as hard as possible for me. I don't see anything else under her. Not sure about what's under Alice. We'll take a look. It's hard for me to reach back that far. That's Hetty. You can tell Hetty by her tail tucks instead of goes up. You got anything under there, Alice? Oh, you do. Anything else? Nope. What's up, Hetty? There's Hetty. See, her tail tucks down instead of up. She's been like that since she was a baby. Although that egg just got broke. They're still trying to eat it. Look out. There's Ricky. Still being beautiful. All right. While we're out, let's go check on the baby meat birds. The little fatties. You can't see through that hardware mesh very well. Looky there. Looky there. Hi guys. How's everybody? Oh, they're about to go outside here in a week or so. If the temperatures maintain at night, we'll be able to put them outside. Maybe I'll make them some chicky gatorade today and put it out here. We have a mixture of salt and sugar and water that we make that we call chicken gatorade. And we give it to them when we first get them, but if we got a couple of them feeling kind of down, we'll give it to them too. You guys, you got shavings all in your food. Good grief. Can't get to the food if you're doing that. We'll go out and show you the other birds today. The earlier meat birds. June 5th is going to be their bad day. But it's the only bad day they've had in their life. The rest of the days have been great for them. They're out chasing bugs in the grass right now. And their tractors. They've got big tractors. And we'll go out and look at the new hens a little later too. Those girls are getting big. They're still in their little chickie tractors because we want to make sure that they're big enough that they can't get through the netting before we let them out. So we think in a week or so they'll be big enough to get out and run around in the grass. They're on the grass in their tractors. They just don't get to run around as much yet. They'll get there though. They're growing exponentially. Every time you go out there, they look like you've grown overnight. We'll look at them a little later today. I was walking past these and decided I had to show them to you. Look at the size of those things. This is a strawberry pot. My mother-in-law gave this to us, I don't know, 20, 25 years ago, 30 years ago maybe. And these things, every, I don't know, 5, 6 years, we pull them out and put 1 or 2 back in each hole, and it does this. And good grief, look at the size of some of those, especially that one. That one is really pretty. And we got lots of little babies all over. That's just pretty cool. Here pretty soon they'll start pushing themselves out, and you'll start finding them on the ground because there just isn't enough room. And that's where all of these have come from. Ones that I picked up off the ground and just thrown them in another pot. And they have since started growing and having babies of their own. Look at that one. It's almost covered up the chick. I just had to show you that just because I walked by and it was so pretty. Okay, so you ready to go see the chickens? We'll go check out the big fatties first. Have to turn the electric fence off because I'm too short to step over it without getting shocked. And although it's not a terrible, painful shock, it's not comfortable. Okay, we're going to turn you around so you can see the pen. Here's their tractor. And they are pooping machines, and I'm not wearing my chicken boots, so I gotta watch where I'm stepping. They're all hiding in the back. There's really not too much sun today. There they are. They're still pretty hot though. Don't have a whole lot of southern breeze. I got 2 big things of water. I might have to come back out and fill one up. But usually they don't want to come out of their pen for whatever reason until we're outside. Once we come outside, they start venturing out, eating bugs. They've got access to all of this inside the electric fence. The little ones that I showed you earlier will go into this one later. And then we have the hens. They're over here in these tractors. Now those guys that were given to us, they're pretty good size. They could probably be fine being turned out. But I don't want to turn them out and not let the other ones go. That seems like it would be mean. You can see them back there in the roost. These little girls, these are leghorns. And they have got some major long wings. You open that thing and they fly out. But they're also nice and sleek and thin, more like birds than chickens. And while they do get stuck going through, they can go through that lower part of the mesh on the fence. They usually don't try too hard, as long as you're not chasing them. These are the next batch of brown issus. They're sweet birds. I'm sorry for the mesh. Let's see if I can get it so you can see through. They're looking to see what I'm doing. They've gotten so much bigger. Those are some great layers, and they're just sweet birds. They're nice and calm. And then over here, we have our Rhode Island Reds and our Americanas. The Americanas are going to be our Easter egg layers. And the Rhode Island Reds are brown layers. I don't know if you can see. Most of them are back there. Oh, there's one. Coming to see what I'm doing. What's going on there, guy? Girl. Better be a girl. We're hoping they're all girls. They're coming to look at you. Hi there, ladies. How are you? How are you? Pretty girls. They get prettier every day. They lose more and more. They're yellow. They're turning red. Well, Carl's over here with these girls. If you remember, Carl was our mystery bird from the hatchery. Oh, you can't see him. He's back there hiding. There he is behind the wall. He's actually peeking out from around the wall a couple of times. These girls are pretty. They lay large white eggs. They're beautiful girls. There's Carl in the back. He's got some fancy hair going on there. He's a little bantam. We assume he's a he. We don't know that for sure yet. So those are the other birds. Those kids are still not coming out of their tractor. They're acting like it's hot. And this is the first warm day we've had in a while, so maybe that's it. They're just not used to the warmer weather. Because this is not hot, for sure. We've got a whole mess of hens coming, which means we're going to have a whole mess of eggs here soon. Probably not until next spring, I would think. Since the birds that we've got, turn the fence back on. Since the birds that we've got will probably molt this fall, these guys, these new ones, they won't start laying till late summer, fall, September, October-ish. That should probably be about the same time that the existing hens we've got molt. So, if the new hens do like the old hens did, they laid all winter just fine, which I think is a little unusual. So we'll see if that happens. And then the older hens will probably, after they molt, will slow down throughout the winter to almost nothing, from what I hear. Which means next spring, we're going to have a ton of eggs. So hopefully, any of you in the area who want some farm fresh eggs from chickens that get to run all over the yard, eat bugs, play in the sun, play in the grass, we have them. Those are going to be real healthy. and nice orange yolks. They're going to be great. So hopefully y'all will want something like that, and we can provide them for you. Hopefully the garden gets put in here pretty soon too. Most of it is sitting over there on my picnic table because we've not been able to get in the garden. It's been raining so much, and it's just pure mud right now, which I'm afraid this weekend's not going to matter. We're going to have to get out in the mud and play because we've got to get things in the garden. They're not made to sit in those little pots that long. So anyway, till next time, see you later. Subscribe, get notified, and we'll see you in the next one.